Hi there. This is me literally a day later after the final Call of Duty 2 video came out, and I'm here to showcase the officially updated Call of Duty timeline, which adds all of the missions from Call of Duty 2. This timeline certainly got a lot bigger. I mean, it's Call of Duty 2 has just as many missions as the first Call of Duty. So yeah, this timeline just got farting stretched out. Nearing nearing the point where I'm like literally running out of space to like stretch out the timeline even more. So I'm gonna have to add more layers, like more lines, just to like fit like the timeline. So yeah, we're gonna be looking over all of the respective years, which shows us all of the newly placed Call of Duty missions. So yeah. Another thing is that the timeline was a lot easier to put together than the first Call of Duty. Seeing as how like the mission select actually gives you a timeline bar, and it's generally a lot easier to follow. Like it tells you like the Russian campaign starts at 1941 through I think 1943. I could be wrong. And then the British campaign was like 1942 through 1944, and then the American campaign was 1944 through 1945. So it was a lot easier to put the timeline together, and also I think it's going to be a lot easier to remember which mission is which. Seen as like depending on like seeing as how it was like easier to put together this timeline. So yeah, we're gonna start off with the beginning of the timeline in 1941. We're gonna start off with 1941 at the beginning of the timeline, which is the bomber mission from United Offensive, September 2nd, 1941. And you have the train bridge mission from United Offensive. And then we have the first Call of Duty 2 mission, Red Army Training, which is December 17, 1941. Yeah, this is not only the first Call of Duty 2 mission, it's also the first Russian mission. I know this because I remember throwing a potato at our commanding officer, and he didn't really mind. So it's very he didn't really care, which is very unexpected of a Russian general like that. So yeah, only one Call of Duty 2 mission is in 1941. So yeah, moving over to 1942, which has gotten a lot bigger. Uh, we have all, and this is where the first Call of Duty starts here, and then we have all these missions. We have Finest Hour, and this is, think, I think these are all the oh wait, no, I think these are all the Russian missions, and then are these the British missions? I don't really remember. I remember repairing the wire was connecting the phones. Um, I don't really. I think these are the British missions as well. Uh, yeah, these happen very close to. This actually happens very close to the Stalingrad Sewers mission. Um, I'll have to check. Hold on. Okay, yeah, I was right. Yeah, these are okay. Yeah, these are the British missions, and then these are the Russian missions of 1942. Uh, so yeah, there's that. And then moving over to 1943, which has also gone very, very larger. A bunch of these are Call of Duty 2. Actually, I think the first half is Call of Duty 2, and then the second half is mostly a United Offensive. I think these are all okay. I think the Stalingrad, or maybe. Oh, wait, that's right. Okay, um, so I think Crusader Charge and 88 Ridge are the tank missions, the tank British missions. I think that's what those are. And then in between are the last Russian missions, I think. Yeah, Comrade Sniper is the last Russian mission. So yeah. So these three happen in between the tank mission, the tank British missions. And then you have the Flying Star here. And these are the next British missions. And then you have Unite Offensive. Oh, another thing I want to point out, you'll probably notice that this mission and this mission appear to be out of order, seeing as how this says 15 hours and then this says 1420 hours. So, like, wait, but doesn't that mean that this mission takes place before this mission? No, someone labeled the times wrong, and I didn't want to like farting fix. Ah, you know what? Hold on. Just give me a moment. Hold on. There we go. All fixed. Anyway, moving on. And in 1944, holy moly, I can't even like read all of it. I can't even like zoom in properly because the timeline of 1944 is so big. Oh, okay. So, one thing that I do want to mention, that I do want to point out is that okay, so we have Pathfinder June 5th. So June 6th is D-Day. These are all the D-Day missions, and here's the problem that I stumbled upon with placing the Battle of Pointy du Hoc. Is that all the Call of Duty 1 missions display a time. However, there are some times where Call of Duty 2 will just give us a time, but then other times it won't. It was kind of hard trying to find a placement for the Battle of Pointy du Hoc, but I think I found. I looked up a bunch of videos, and also looked up on the internet where this is placed. The best thing that I could find was this would be placed in between Burning Village and Burning Village Dawn. Um, if some of you disagree with the placement, or if I should change it, then just let me know in the comments. But other than that, this is where I placed Battlepoint of Duhok. But yeah, this is the D-Day mission, and then directly after the D-Day missions is all the. Oh wait, this is defending the point. Are these? Is defending. Okay, I think defending the pointy is another. Oh, okay, prisoners of war. Okay, defending the pointy, I'm pretty sure is the next. Is it? I'll have to check. Hold on. Oh, okay, yeah. So defending the pointy is, and if I'm saying the name wrong, I don't care. Is another American mission, and then in between, defending the pointy and the silo, which is another American mission, are these three British missions: Prisoners of War, the Crossroads, the Tiger, and the Brigade Box. Also, the Crossroads. Holy moly, is that video game a lot of views for some reason? But yeah, these three British missions are in between this American mission and this other American mission. So there's that. And then at the end, we have these other, the Hill 400 American missions here, just after Battleship. Oh, this is after, is the Battleship Turp Pits? Is this the level where Captain Price dies? I think this might be the. Oh yeah, I think this might be the one. So yeah, Bergenstein. Yeah, these are all, and then at the end we have a United Offensive. All right, so moving over to 1945, which is a lot shorter. Seeing as how this is the final year of World War II, we have a couple Finest Hour missions, and we have United Offensive, we have Call of Duty, and so yeah, this is the final Call of Duty 2 mission, the Crossing Point, which happens a month after, I believe this is the last British mission of Call of Duty. I could be wrong though. And just before the final mission of the first Call of Duty, the Reichstag, which is April 30th. Which is a couple. Wait, March. Oh, just 1 month away. So, yeah, that is the officially updated Call of Duty timeline, which adds Call of Duty 2. Expect the next timeline video to add another layer, because I'm running out of room on Paint 3D, because there's only a certain amount of pixels that I can stretch this thing. That being, I think it's like 15,000, and we're very close. We're like 14,000 and something uh, on the timeline. So yeah, and again, I will be updating the timeline for each Call of Duty game I play. Uh, so yeah, that is it. Ugh. So yeah, there you go.